Welcome to the new Skylanders Trap Team Glitch Tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to do double jumps, vertical dashes and Supercharge, which is the newest, basically one of the newer things we found. So for double jumps you just need a villain and you need a swapper at least, or you can use Sonic Boom, Double Trouble, Lightning Rod or Punk Shock from Swap Force. Those are the only Skylanders that are able to do double jumps. So first thing you do is just switch to the villain, any villain, doesn't matter. Like you jump and switch midair, switch right after you jump. So it's jump, switch and mash jump, and then that's a double jump. So for vertical dashes, preferably you just get the evolve version, because it doesn't really matter. So first it's just this dash, and you're gonna cancel it with a switch right after. It's not at the same time, because then the dash won't come out. So it's first dash and then switch. So the next big thing, you need Enigma. Enigma needs to have the give up the ghost ability that allows him to do the Enigma deload. So first part is just go underground with this attack, and that's either switching to the villain, or you can switch to the Skylanders stat screen.
Not a single flaw.
Or even if you like, you can even take him off the portal, but that's not the best way to do it, because most bosses you want to use Enigma deload multiple times in a row. So next we're gonna have super speed. Super speed is out of the meta right now, but this is like the second best thing you can use for 90%, for example. So you just need jet, top half, doesn't matter. The dash of jet has two parts. It's just pressing twice dash, but we want to be able to jump while dashing. Dash, jump, dash, but really fast. And then keep holding the dash, otherwise dash will stop. So next we have the second fastest way to get some speed. That is Supercharge. Top half is very important, this one. Blast is by far the easiest and best top half for this. And you should have it because you have the starter pack. But if you don't have it, I will be showing you that as well with any top half. So it's basically the same as super speed. The first part is just dash with the same button and jump right after. You know if you got the trick if you're able to jump while in this state, but now you're not really that fast. So it's activating with Blast's flamethrower. Then you basically do like the dash part of charge and cancel it with the animation of blast. But doing it with any top half makes it less good, because you don't have any mobility at all. You can only jump to change your direction. So it's not as good, but if you still want to learn it, it's just the same as super speed. Do the first part just as normal, but to activate it is jump, and right before you land is do the dash. So you still get the speed, but like I'm moving the joystick, but it isn't moving at all. You can only move by jumping. So it's not as good. The same thing happens to Magna, but some other characters like Gorilla Driller can get out of the state. Or you need to get hit by anything. Then you also will be in the free roaming state. So next we have hyperspeed, which as it sounds you go really fast. It's basically the same as super speed and supercharge. The only thing different, you need an upward slope you're moving against to. Like if you don't have an upward slope, you can't do it. But it's basically the same as I said as super speed. It's just dash jump and dash jump again, but holding the direction of the like upward slope and doing it twice, like that. It's not at the same time. That doesn't work. But it's first dash jump. So it's dash jump, dash jump. So next we have beak boosts. That can only be done well with a jump pad and beak. Doesn't matter if beak is upgraded or not. Just after you hit the bounce pad you can hit it again. And then you get way more height out of the jump pad itself. But this is only really used for like chapter 2. So next we're gonna show how to do Gutsy warping. just for sake of it, I'm gonna go to chapter 3. All you need to do is don't have any trap in trap slot. Wait for the correct part where you want to warp to. So basically right over here. Then how to perform the warp is we're gonna put in the trap. We're gonna unpause. And right when we see a swapping animation in the air, then we're gonna skip the cutscene. So put in the trap, unpause.
Beak.
And now we see the swap animation and we skip. And now we warp to the part we were in the cutscene. You can basically do any warp with any villain except for one. Like chapter 11, we need Bone Jumpy. Bone Jumpy can actually get some distance in the air, so we're able to do some of the warps. So next we have Zoomies, which you do require Hot Dog, and you just need the Comet Slam attack. You don't need the upgrade, so you can hold it longer. The Pyro Pinwheel doesn't matter, it makes it even worse if you hold it. So we're going to use the Comet Slam attack, and like the moment we're going down, it is a very precise trick, you only have 2 frames to get it. So we're going to use the Comet Slam attack, and right before we go down, we press R2 and interact with the Mabu. Like that. And this is the only skip we used Zoomies at this time. 2-player warping is a bit more complicated. So for 2-player warping, you need of course a second controller, and you need winged boots. Otherwise it does not work. So depending on which controller has been connected last, in this case it's player 2. It doesn't matter, I'm not talking about the console, I'm just talking about which controller has been connected last in-game. So for example, player 2 has been connected last, so that means we need to jump down with player 1 into the water. So we're going to jump down and wait for Blast Charge to be fully submerged. Like that. It's also very specific, it's like 1 or 2 frame trick as well. So once you've got it, we can go to a chapter we want to skip. For example, chapter 3 is the easiest. So we're just gonna enter. And we know once we hit it after we skip the cutscene, we're gonna see a weird animation on winged boots. And then we get teleported. So we're gonna enter. Switch to your second controller, very important. So let's skip the cutscene. And do Ignitar combo. And now we skip to 3. So for 80% sake purposes, I will be showing you how to set up the glitch in different chapters where we actually want to skip. Because we can't reselect in 80%. So it's set up Ignitar here, doesn't just really close the ledge. Jump off with Blast Charge. And you want to time it just before Blast Charge disappears. So that's the sound you want to hear, and if you hear that, that means you've got it. So you can just skip the cutscene, do this combo, put this on this bottom path, and there you go, that's chapter 3. So lastly we have villain duplication. That's exactly what it sounds like. We're gonna play as the villain and the Skylander at the same time. So first you just need 1 player, you don't need winged boots, you don't need anything. We're gonna jump into the same spot and pause right there. Gonna re-enter the chapter. Depending on what chapter, timing will be different of what we're about to do, because we're gonna switch 3 times, and the 3rd time should be right before the chapter has been loaded in. So after gonna enter, we're gonna immediately mash switch. And if you miss a trick, Beak will be unloaded, so you need to take out the trap and put it back in so you can try again. So 1, 2, 3, and we duplicated them. For chapter 2, it's also depending on what console you're using. Some consoles load in chapters faster, like this is PS5, so it loads in faster, so it lines up. But for some games, you actually really need to time, and it gets even more complicated. But getting the timing on chapter 10 is even worse. it's lining yourself up, dashing again, dashing against the ledge and holding right. So first we're gonna jump and pause during a certain part of the animation. Around there. Sometimes the timing works, sometimes it doesn't. Then we're gonna just mash pause while holding upright. So 1, 2, and then we can re-enter touch 10. They're gonna do the same thing again, is mash switch. So 1, 2, 3. Gonna pause right here. So once if you get the good duplication, we're gonna wait for the ship to be fully on screen from the left side. Then we can skip the cutscene, and we're gonna immediately hold straight down. Then we're gonna count to 23. We're gonna see that by as an indication on the blinking timer of the villain you have in the trap. So we're gonna unpause. Like, you don't have to do this, it's just timing of skipping the cutscene. So skip the cutscene, hold down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and hold nothing. Just, if you did everything correctly, then you should get into the arena. And you keep hearing buzzer because he keeps getting respawning while he's being out of bounds, basically. And there you go. That's set of 10. For the last trick I will be showing, you'll be needing Ignitar again on the same upgrade path, which is the bottom path, and you just need the first upgrade of that. You can do this basically in any corner, you can do this anywhere. This is how to get infinite speed with him. So it's get in the corner with Ignitar. We're gonna jump with him, we're gonna get underneath with second player. Then if you get Ignitar in this state, that means you've got it. You look the opposite direction that you want to go to, and then you just start chaining his combos. Basically he is right now just picking up infinite speed, but just keep stacking it up. And we can use this to our advantage to skip parts of the game, which is also covered in my Skylanders speedrun 100% tutorial. And just like that, we went all the way to the edge of the whole map. Like, depending on how many combos you do, it determines on how much speed you get. Also the pauses in between. If you wait a little bit longer, then you get less speed. But these are all the glitches that are currently used in Trap Team speedruns. If you have any questions about other glitches on how to do other skips that I also mentioned, just make sure to ask.